Hi, this is Greg Suttie on Soccer, and I am here with Slav Ubiparipovic. And this is just an outrageous opportunity for me to get to talk to you and get to know you because we got a little bit of press and excitement about you coming to San Diego. And first, I want to welcome you here and
Thank you. Thank you.
to San Diego and to our team. Let's talk a little bit first about your experience with the MASL. You played with Tommy Tanner, as the owner of your team for under the Silver Knights and Utica City for since you signed a professional contract.
Yeah, I signed in Syracuse in 2011,
Wow.
and Ryan Hall was the one to find me in Cleveland.
Yeah,
Actually,
Ryan's an
playing,
awesome
I
coach.
was playing pickup soccer in Cleveland, and Ryan found me there, and I've been really close with Tommy and Ryan. We're very good friends off the field and on the field, so which has helped us throughout our careers.
And as the Silver Knights, the team was always under the thumb of Baltimore. There was that you couldn't quite make it to the next step, but when the team went to Utica, something really gelled. Something really happened. Talk a little bit about
I
that.
mean, the Syracuse team, we've been together, most of the guys, we've been together for 7, 8 years, and it was just a matter of time when it was going to start swinging our way. And
Gotcha.
Baltimore has been getting older, and they're still a good team, great team, but they're getting older, and we were getting a little younger, so I think that gave us a little advantage against them in the.
How did it play out last season? Utica City coming and taking the Eastern Division.
Yeah, well, that was a great result for us, but unfortunately, we lost in the playoffs again to Baltimore, which
Right.
was something we weren't planning on and didn't expect it since we had a better outcome throughout the year. But
Right.
it's
I didn't
soccer.
expect it either, honestly.
Yeah,
I,
it's,
I, I saw the blue coming through that day,
yeah.
man. I really did. Well, Slav, you find yourself now in San Diego, California. There was a big trade. A lot of people were talking about that trade when it went down. I'm looking at it, and I thought it was pretty much a straight across trade. I have, a little bit of knowledge about Christian Segura and how he is and how he plays on the field, and but he's sort of been kind of under so many superstars here in San Diego. And once he got to Utica, he's had a chance to really excel and really show. On the other hand, we've got you here in San Diego. How are you gelling with this team?
So far, I love the team. I love the guys. Everybody's been very welcoming, and after what 3, 4 weeks, 4 weeks together, I feel like I've been here a long time, and I gotta thank the guys for that and the organization for making me feel like I'm at home.
Well, the players I've talked to have sure spoken highly of you. They've spoken highly of your ability to move into the system that they're playing here in San Diego and your contribution on the field. And we're really happy to have you here. I got to tell you that. The first two games of the season, so far we're in 2 games deep into the season. The first one was kind of a shocker. Talk about that game against Turlock.
I think that game we just kind of went into it too relaxed. We weren't ready for the season to start, and this indoor season, anybody can beat anybody.
Right.
There's no great teams. There's better teams and worse teams, but anybody can beat anybody on any given day. So that they proved it, and they wanted it more than us. They played a very good game, and it was a good reality check for us.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that Turlock is hungry. I mean, they're a new side in the sense of a lot of new players, new coach,
Yeah.
new look. The whole thing. There's a lot of new things going on up at Sherlock, and I'm wondering how hungry is this team here in San Diego?
Well, just like Utica and Syracuse, when I was playing over there, we just wanted to make it to that next stage, and as Sockers have been there, but still haven't reached that finals
Well, that's right.
to win the championship.
That's
So I
right.
think this year the focus is on that, and I think we got the right guys to do it, and I got the right mentality. So one game, we're gonna take it one game at a time, and hopefully we'll be in the finals this year.
Well, we've got pretty much the same core of players that went to the semifinals last season.
Hmm.
Lost in overtime to Monterey.
Yes.
Had the best record in the league. Couldn't make that last step. We brought in a couple of new players, yourself and Diego. And I'm thinking that might just be that extra push. You guys, I think, might be that extra push to go to the next level. You then went up to Tacoma
Yep.
and got the win in Tacoma. And I don't know if this is a legitimate statement, but my take on the whole thing was after the second half, Tacoma got schooled. I mean, it was pretty close up until the second half, but San Diego just came out on fire.
Yeah, well, I think Tacoma is one of the toughest teams on our side this way on the west side. And I think to go up to their home and beat them 7-3, and not just beat them, but I think dominate them
Yeah,
second half, like you said.
absolutely, absolutely.
And they're a good team. They got a lot of good players, and I respect most of the guys on the team. So it was a fun playing against them, and it was a good experience. But like I said, going up there and playing against them at their home and beating them in their season opener, I
That's
think.
right. Season opener, home
Yeah,
opener, the whole
home
thing. Yep.
opener. Yep. So I think that was a great result for us and a great way to bounce back from that loss to Turlock.
and it's kind of an interesting payback in the sense that it was the soccer's home opener that Turlock took away,
Mhm.
and then you guys go up to Tacoma and take away their home opener.
Yep, and
Yeah, pretty cool.
that is, yep. And
Yeah,
then at West Coast is going to be a lot of that, I think. A lot of even teams on the West Coast, just like throughout the league now. I
sure.
think this year's, it's anybody can take it this year.
I think so. All right, so now we're looking forward to the next opponent is the Ontario Fury. Ontario has not played a game yet this season. They've been sitting around watching everybody, looking at tapes, feeling the whole thing out. They've brought in the Tayu brothers, plus of course Jermaine Jones is re-signed. Chris Toth is in goal. What do you see about coming up this Friday night?
I think Ontario is going to be, if not the toughest opponent we face this year on this side. So this is going to be a very good test for us. They have very good players, and we're very familiar with most of them.
That's right.
And I think, like I said, it's going to be a very good test for us to see where we are and how far we can actually make it this year. Because we're going to get to play them a couple of times. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's a good.
Well, and only once up in Ontario, which I found really interesting on on the schedule. Last season, I think San Diego went up to Ontario 3 or 4 times,
Mhm.
3 times I think.
Yeah.
But only once up in Ontario. Slav Ubiparipovic, thank you so much for
You're
coming and
welcome.
talking to
Thank
me
you.
today.
I appreciate
It's
it.
really a good opportunity to get to meet you and talk with you. Welcome to the San Diego Sockers, and let's just take no prisoners.
Thank you.
All
You
right,
got
buddy.
it. Do our
Thanks.
best.
All right. Greg Suttie, Suttie on Soccer. Hey, guys, if you like what you just watched, follow me on social media. Go to SuttieOnSoccer.com, click on the Patreon link, and support me there. Thank you very much.